What's happening with it? This is Slink Johnson, a.k.a. Black Jesus, your Lord and Savior, and you're listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network. How you love that?
You are listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network, featuring Pod of Thrones and The Shiznit.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Welcome back to another episode of Pod of Thrones. I am your king in the West, King Dino Red. And I have with me, as always, my ride or die, Lord Latone Hard.
Lord Latone. That's right. You can call me you Grace or Your Majesty, whatever you'd like to call me.
As long as you call him.
Exactly. As long as you don't call me Defendant.
I have to say, let's just jump right into. Well, first of all, I want to send an apology out to our listeners out there because we were not able to do a whole recap of the whole series all the way 1 through 7. We did 1 through 2. I got some good feedback on it. People were really digging it and really liked it. Unfortunately, real life got in the way and just we had timing and all that. You know, Lord Latone and I are on different coasts. I'm on the West Coast and he's down south. So it's hard sometimes for us to link up and do the shows. You know, he's 2 hours behind me. So
we got all kinds of stuff going on. We could still do them. We could still do the rest of the season, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still get it done. So stay tuned. We'll get it knocked out for you.
Right. So I'm gonna say this. Okay. What did you think of this episode before we get into the breakdown? How do you feel about this episode back? Now, me personally, no shade, but I do feel just a tad bit disappointed. I feel a little bit after 2 years of waiting, 2 years. I'm a little bit disappointed that we got a reunion episode with a bunch of characters on the show learning shit that we've been knowing for a long time. And they're just now learning it, and we had to watch them learn this stuff. Like, it felt like stuff we learned years ago. Like, they were all retarded going to school on a short chariot or something like that. It was cool to see Jon ride the dragon and all that. But other than that, I was a little bit disappointed with this episode. What do you think?
I concur. I was a little underwhelmed.
Yes.
617 days for this?
Yeah.
But I get you got to have a starting point.
Yeah.
You got to get all this context out of the way. And for some people, some fans of the show, like my girlfriend, she loved it because she's into all that sentiment. Oh, look, oh. But I want to see some battle. You know, we've been waiting 2 years. I need to see some action. It was a bunch of reunions. And I get what the directors were trying to do. If you watch season 1, episode 1, and you watch season 8, episode 1, they're almost parallel. They're very parallel.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. And I think they're trying to be, you know, director cute. Like, oh, look, this is just like this. And this is just like this. I'm like, okay, where the hell is the Night King? I need to see the drama. You know, I want to know what the Night King is doing.
Right.
So I was a little underwhelmed. Plus, they've been telling us all these episodes this season were going to be like 70 minutes long. And that episode was like 50 minutes long.
Yeah, I heard just before the season started that those were kind of incorrect rumors. The first 2 episodes will be regular length. Well, as we know, the first one was only 50-something minutes. The second one will be around the same length of time as the first one. The third one will be the biggest, and I think the longest episode, and clocking in at somewhere like 100 and
like in television history. Yes,
I think it's like 190 minutes. I think like an hour and a half. This third episode, and that's going to be the longest one. There aren't any 2-hour episodes like we heard, and all of them are on feature length, but the rest of them are the remaining 4. Well, Let's see, that was just one. So we got and there's 6, so we got 5 left. So yeah, so 4 of the 5 left are pretty lengthy. So
That's good. That's good. Well, let's get this started.
yeah.
Season 8, episode 1, titled Winterfell. And like I said before, it took us 617 days, but we're back to the 7 kingdoms. The realm has been opened, and we have a brand new opening. You know, I like it. The new opening reminds us that Viserion is knocking down walls like Tiger Woods at a Waffle House after the Masters win. I mean, you see the wall has the hole in it, and we get to see the last hearth for the first time on the opening map. Now, for those that don't know, the last hearth is the closest castle to the wall, and it is where the Umbers reside.
Yes, the Umbers.
The great warriors, the Umbers. That's where they reside. Now, all of a sudden, all we hear is marching. March, 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 march. And Arya is watching the Unsullied parade, hoping maybe they'll throw some beads, some Mardi Gras beads her way. She's standing there in the crowd with everybody else and kind of reminiscent of episode 1 when she was out in the crowd trying to see what was going on. Wasn't she even climbing the wall to try to see when they were marching up, just like the little boy was climbing the tree.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of link ups like that. A lot of link ups. Episode 1, season 1, episode 8, season 1 are very, very parallel.
Yeah, nice callback.
Arya continues to watch the parade, but she doesn't seem to like the hounds float. But she's happy to see Gendry's float, you know, in the Winterfell parade. She likes that. And the thing that stood out to me the most in this episode is that the Northerners are not happy to see young Obama and Missandre at their Trump rally. They're like, niggles. What? You know, the whole Django Unchained, black people on a horse? I mean, Winterfell Wendy is sending a raven right now. I'm sure she's riding out a raven right now. Like, non-whites on horses in Winterfell? Like, can the City Watch come and arrest them or something? Like, they were not happy. That I was like, look at that. Build a wall real soon. Keep these darkies out of Winterfell. As the parade continues, the dragon balloons were the highlight of the parade as all the Northerners scatter. But Sansa seemed unimpressed. She was like, yeah, okay. Honestly, cool. What'd you think about that?
I'm sorry. What was that question again? My daughter came into the studio.
Daughter, we're recording a podcast. No, I understand, daughters. I said Sansa doesn't seem too impressed with the dragons. What did you think about that?
Oh yeah, Sansa. Don't let me get started on Sansa.
Okay. All right. Did you notice that the Dothraki had hit up the White Harbor, Burlington? They got some fur coats. I'm used to Dothrakis bare-chested, but they went out and got some rabbit fur coats and some boots and everything. So shout out to the Dothraki for being able to adapt.
Yeah.
The big thing for them is like, we're not going to wear armor. We're not going to wear, but hey, I'm going to tell you something. I'm from where it's cold at. Cold to change your damn mind. You got to get earmuffs and everything. And did you notice your boy Podrick behind Sansa? No wonder she seems refreshed. Podrick to the rescue.
You think Podrick hit that?
I think Sansa's been around the block, so now Podrick's up there like, hey, let me show you something.
You know what? It would be funny to me, and I could actually kind of see this happening if Sansa ended up with Tyrion.
She's already married to Tyrion.
I know.
Yeah.
But I know she is already married to Tyrion, but they're not together. Yeah. But I could see them willingly being together.
So you think they're gonna hit that reunited and it's so good?
I don't know. I don't know if it is gonna happen or not, but I can see it happening. And I would think it hilarious.
That would be interesting. We'll have to look for that. Now, John is like, meet my sister, Sansa, Lady of Winterfell, Queen of Shade. And Sansa is definitely throwing shade at Daenerys, which is not unusual. Women always hate the prettier woman that comes into the picture. I said, look at that.
Yeah. And Sansa, considering what she's been through, I get that she doesn't like outsiders and trust outsiders and yada, yada, yada. I get all that. But at the same time, I'm a little bit sick of Sansa. Like, I only liked Sansa for about 5 minutes in this whole fucking series. This show's been on 10 years, and I probably liked her for like half a season.
You've always been anti-Sansa. I like Sansa. I think she's going to sit on the throne. But I digress. We don't have time for this shit. Bran sums up how I felt for most of this episode. Like, come on, man. let's move on. We don't got time for this.
Yeah. Bran and John are the only ones that get it. Nobody else gets it fully to the full extent of all this other shit means nothing if we don't take care of business with the army of the dead, because there will be nobody alive to sit on any damn ugly ass Iron Throne or any damn thing else. So until y'all get that together.
I think Gendry gets it. That's why he's not messing around. He's working immediately. I think the Hound gets it. He's out there trying to get him a weapon. Daenerys definitely gets it because she was up there.
No. I got to stop you with that one. The other ones were okay, and I wasn't really I was talking about like of the, I don't want to say the people who matter, but I want to mean the heavyweights, the key figures, the influencers.
Yeah, that's because they haven't seen
Daenerys is still hell bent on everybody bending the knee, and she's very adamant about that, and she's very like, that shit isn't no time for that. She don't get it. Not fully.
She's a little drunk with power, but I think she does get it. She saw the Night King javelin her dragon, and I was a little upset. Her response to hearing her dragon is with the Night King was kind of like, who cares?
Well, I mean, I think that was information she already knew.
No, how would she have known?
She wasn't there when he rose and flew over.
No, they were gone by that time.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well,
when she just kind of looked like, she's always talking about, these are my babies. These are my babies. Oh, your babies with the Night King. Oh, okay.
Well, she counted him dead anyway. So, him being dead and him being with the Night King,
him coming back from the dead is a whole nother vibe.
Yeah, but he came back as somebody else's pet, not hers. So I think I'm okay with it because I feel like emotionally she had already written him off. So
none of them have seen what Viserion has become either.
No,
except for Tormund and Beric Dondarrion. They're the only ones that know. Like this dragon is laser up. He's upgraded. He's leveled up. He's lasered. They're the only ones that know. So when they get to Jon, they're gonna be like, look, that new dragon ain't no punk.
Yeah,
he's a different breed. Now little Ned Umber, his ass doesn't need to be in the council. He needs to go to school.
Yeah,
he's like 4 years old, but they're gonna send him back to Last Hearth to bring everybody, all his people back down.
Well, he was doing his Lady Mormont impersonation.
Yeah,
and it was horrible.
Yeah, well, sir, my lady. His name is Ned, and that seems to be a tragic name in this story. If your name is Ned, seems like bad things are going to happen. Speaking of Lyanna Mormont, she wants to basically ask, are you fucking her or what, Lord Simp Snow? Like, what's going on? Like, she's always trying to read somebody, and it's time for somebody to kind of give her a backhand, in my opinion. But I know people love Mormont. I love little girl. Like, I think, look, you running off at the mouth. You're running off at the mouth a little bit. Tyrion tries to stand up for Jon, and he mentions the Lannister army is coming, and he gets more boos than the Apollo on amateur night. They went, oh, boo. I thought that was great. That was one of my favorite parts. They were like, the Lannister, they were like, boo, fuck Lannister. We don't want to see them. They were going crazy. I thought the Sandman was going to come out. And then Sansa's reading Sun Tzu, The Art of War, wondering about feeding armies and dragons. Like, who's going to feed the armies and who's going to feed the dragons? And, of course, Daenerys has one of the lines of the show. Dragons eat whatever the fuck they want, redhead bitch. They eat whatever they want.
Yeah.
Which, they kind of do. I thought about that. Like, shouldn't she send them to the Reach where they have cattle, where they can just kind of eat a couple cows, 10 cows a day or something like that? Ain't no food in the snow. I mean, I just kind of wondered about that. Tyrion and his wife have a moment back together, and Sansa's right. The Red Wedding did have some classic moments. I mean, Joffrey was in rare form during the Red Wedding. He was in rare form, and he went out in rare form. But Joffrey was, every time, that's one episode I like to watch over and over again because Joffrey was such a dick.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. And what is going on with your boy, Tyrion? You believe Cersei? You believe Cersei. You, of all people, believe Cersei. Sansa was right. Like, come on, man. What's going on?
Yeah. She ain't pregnant.
No, I don't think she's. I never thought she was. I always thought that was game.
Yeah, me too.
You notice that while they were having this talk, Bran is just staring at Tyrion. And when Bran stares at people, something's going on, or he knows something. But he always knows something. When he's kind of giving you that blank stare. I kind of think it's an omen, like of something that's not going to go so well coming up. And Bran was really looking at Tyrion real strong.
Bran is a trip. It's